Everybody, it's Mark T, and it's time for my review of Doctor Who Series 8, Episode 2, Into the Dalek. This is actually a really good episode, mainly because it was, we get a real bit glimpse at who this new Doctor is in terms and indifferent to how Matt Smith was as the Doctor. We can see that he's old and kind of, I wouldn't say bitter, but he shows an air of knowledge and a refusal to change or believe in anything else. So this episode basically revolves around the Doctor and Clara running into some soldiers from their ship that ended up finding a apparent good Dalek, which was sort of heart-changed because it saw a star being born and sort of had the idea of that nothing in the world really dies, when in reality the only reason it was acting so good, air quotes there, was actually because it was damaged at one point. So in the end, the Doctor tries to both fix it, and after it is fixed, it starts joining with the regular Daleks, who were just sent it out so that the ship would pick it up, and it was basically, it's a trap. So that happens. And then the Doctor comes up with the idea, basically, to try and change its mind by showing it all its memories. When in the end, it's not enough, and it basically teaches it more that Doctor has done some pretty bad things in his life as well. One of the lines that are generally point this out very well is when the Dalek's about to leave. Dalek back to being somewhat good, with the premise of basically a hatred for Daleks rather than a hatred for human beings or aliens of any sort. Basically saying that the Doctor is a good Dalek for, all the bad that Daleks do. Aside from that, though, this was actually, like I said, a good look into the Doctor as well as a good look into to Clara. And we see that the Doc still needs some working out in concept, like how he wants to be. Throughout most of this episode, we see that he's very hard pressed on how he feels about dogs. He thinks dogs can't change. He thinks dogs will never change, and that honestly he shouldn't even bother. He's like a lazy kid that decides to skip a school, that decides to skip a class in college. But for the most part, it was a really good episode, and if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. Because, it's a whole new season. I'm still not sure what really to expect, but it was a good episode, and hope y'all like it. Later.